In 2020, around 79% of local police officers across the country were utilizing body-worn cameras. That's according to a report from the U.S. Department of Justice. That is a significant jump from just a few years earlier, when about 47% of law enforcement agencies were using the cameras. Earlier this year, a report from the Catherine Cutler Institute at the University of Southern Maine showed that 70% of Maine law enforcement agencies who responded said they were already using the cameras, while 21% said they were considering adding them. York County Sheriff's Office is the latest agency in the state to make that move. News Center Maine's Leanne Stapleton talked with deputies there about their decision to adopt the tool.
Deputies with the York County Sheriff's Office recently received body cameras.
Whether it's AI or license plate readers, we have to keep up.
Chief Deputy Jeremy Forbes says the cost was just under $200,000.
Our deputies have take-home cruisers, so we have 30 of them, so each one has to be outfitted. So it is a cost that we had to put in the budget for the next 5 years.
Deputy Troy Chennard says the body cams can be turned on 2 different ways.
If you're in the police car or the cruiser, you simply can hit the light bar and it'll activate your cruiser cam as well as your body-worn camera. However, if you're not in your cruiser, you can just press the button here, green to red, which means it's recording, and you're able to activate and record as well.
When asked why utilize this type of technology, Forbes says it's about transparency.
It protects the deputies, but really it's transparency, and it's accountability for our deputies and for our agency.
Adding it could help tell multiple sides to a story.
Prosecution of criminal cases on the body cameras, if you're a judge or jury, you're sitting there, you're seeing what the deputy's seeing. OUIs and domestic violence cases, they really help.
That includes questions about an officer's conduct.
And we had a use of force complaint coming from a resident on arrest, making allegations. Normally if we did the body, it would have been a long investigation, witnesses, statements, and we simply looked at the body camera footage, and it was clear as day. They did everything appropriate. They followed procedure and policy.
Oh no! Don't go back in the road, fella.
Another example, this body cam footage shows how deputies were able to help an injured owl that was on the side of the road. Aside from capturing an officer's day in the field, Forbes says the body cams are also a training tool.
Always trying to do better. We know we can do better. So a lot of times, we can go back and look at something and make, maybe we could have done this or done that.
In Alfred, Leanne Stapleton, News Center, Maine.